Welcome to another 3 films reviewed in 3 minutes, and I'm a bit ill today, so please bear with me. And the first film we have today is Who's Harry Crumb from 1989, starring John Candy. I had a lot of fun with this. It's one of those weird shenanigans comedies, quite similar to the Naked Gun series, where here John Candy is a private detective who is investigating the disappearance of a daughter of a rich man. I would say the comedy here is quite funny. A lot of the skits are quite funny, a lot of the jokes are quite funny, a lot of John Candy just on stage is quite funny. The problem is that the first half is great, but the second half is just a bit less funny. There are not as many gags anymore, and the gags we do get are not as funny, and it doesn't work that well as a more serious film. It's a good movie, I can recommend it, but don't expect too much of it, and the second half is a bit of a letdown. The next film is Tommy from 1975, made by Ken Russell. This is a very trippy pseudo-biopic of The Who. It's essentially a rock opera, there's no dialogue in the film, and I'm not really gonna comment on the music because it was completely fine to me, but nothing spectacular. What I will comment on is the cinematography. The shots are amazing, the lighting is amazing, the editing is spectacular, some of the frames, some of the framing we get is really good, and also it's just really trippy. I really like that. There are some really wacky scenes, and I would say that the third act is a big letdown. The plot suddenly stops really making sense anymore, and it just goes on for too long, and I'm not really gonna go into the plot or anything because it's a bit too difficult to explain in such short time. I can recommend it because of the cinematography and the visuals, and if you like The Who, you probably would like it a lot more than I did. Not that I don't like The Who, but I just wasn't really smitten by the music. What I went in here for is the wacky 70s visuals, and you get the wacky 70s visuals in this one. The final film I have for you today is The Front from 1976. It's not really a Woody Allen film, he's just the main protagonist. It is written and directed and produced by people who were blacklisted from Hollywood during McCarthyism. And that is great because that's central to the point. This film takes place during the Red Scare, during McCarthyism, where a lot of Hollywood directors and writers were losing their careers because they were affiliated with communist or socialist movements. Any kind of affiliation with it could result in losing your career. And in this film, Woody Allen plays a bar teller whose friend is a communist who has been blacklisted, and they get this idea that the friend can keep writing scripts, and Woody Allen will present himself as the author of these scripts, negotiate the contracts and get all the money. And Woody Allen gets caught up in this role, starting to see himself as an auteur, starts living the high life, and he also starts getting involved in these leftist movements because the girl he loves wants his help with it. So it has a lot of interesting dynamics with showing the political atmosphere of the early 50s. It has a lot of good performances, and it has a lot of very somber moments. The sound design in this film is amazing. There are some scenes, like the sound is the greatest actor in those scenes in a way. It is the first film I see where McCarthyism plays a central role in it. And of course it was a crucial period in American politics and society. And it's just very interesting to see a film about this made by the people who suffered from it. And I can definitely recommend it. So that's it for me. As usual, all the films I talked about can be found on YouTube for free. If you want to, you can subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel, links in the description, or you can, follow me wherever you're watching this. Take care.